All right. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. We're back on our cycles. We started last week with 4 amazing webinars, which you can go back and view on Facebook. We had a webinar by transportation. We had a webinar by UAB police, and we had a couple of other webinars that you can go back and view on our Facebook page and within a week on our website, uab.edu/families. And today we have 2 great webinars coming up. The first one will be a Tech Connect webinar, which will get you information about everything related to technology and the technology needs your students might need and where to get it and how to access any technology that your students might need and the requirements. And the following webinar at 12 will be the most awaited one of the most awaited ones on campus dining. So you can ask questions and understand the different meal plans and everything that's available for your student to have a wonderful experience and eat all the delicious food available on the Commons, on the Green, and other venues. At the end of this webinar, you will be getting a post-webinar survey, and we really appreciate your insights and your feedbacks to see how we can better improve all of our webinars. And so without further ado, I leave you with Anthony Truss from Tech Connect. Thank you, Anthony, for being here.
Hi, thank you for having us, and thank you for having the store. And so today we're talking a little bit about Tech Connect, which is your on-campus computer store. And so we physically are literally in a location that's on campus. So we aren't just a phone call and you're trying to find people and find answers. We are in the Hill Center on the first floor, right by the main food court area in Suite 135. We are a walk-in store, no appointment. We are an on-campus Apple store. We also sell Dell products too and Microsoft products. So we have service department and everything. So we are both sales and service. So even if you don't purchase a product or a computer from us, you can still come and see about some services that you may need, anything from tune-up to maybe screen replace or anything of that nature, depending on the actual product. So for us, our focus is trying to help out all students and even faculty and staff with any IT needs that you may have while you're here during your college career of whatever point. If there's a way that we can make IT very simple for you or hassle-free, we work to do that. We are a part of UAB Central IT. So we're not an outside company, an outside store, or anything of that nature. We actually are a part of the main Central IT hub. So that also means different access to like our help desk department, which you can call in for student support, dealing with anything classroom related, again, technology related. My Blazer ID doesn't work. I can't connect to Wi-Fi. I'm having trouble downloading software. That would be who you could contact as far as different help and support with that. And so they have different hours. They're open most time. I think they're open until 9 on most nights. There may be a 10 o'clock night, but they are a great resource to have when things go wrong with the Canvas. And again, like I say, Blazer ID, downloading software, different things of that nature. You then have us, and also a little tidbit about our help desk. They're actually on campus too, so they're not an off-campus desk that's somewhere. They have a couple of locations, so anytime generally people may come and ask us, and if it's something we know they help with, we give them the phone number first. It's always best to call them because we couldn't just tell you which desk that they have open to go to because there may not be a person at that particular station. So best effort is to give them a call. Some of you may already contacted them if you've had issues with Blazer ID or software download or anything of that nature. So again, that's our Ask IT help desk. And so we are the part that is on hand, in person, dealing with the physical aspect of what you may have or issues you may be having with the product. As I stated, we do sell computers. We sell everything from Apple products, the most recent and updated products, all the way to Dell products that are of different varieties, touchscreen, different sizes, things of that nature. So that covers our Windows line. And we also sell Microsoft Surface products. So we have both Windows and Apple, and depending on which product you may like, or depending on which one may be a recommendation or okay for your major or for what your studies may be. And with that said, we've also gone to all of the different schools around, school of nursing, dentistry, engineering, so forth and so on, and kind of asked them, hey, what are your recommendations for what students should have while they're here, while they're in this major, in these studies? And so most of them have given us different things and criteria by the computer, the processor that you should have, storage that you should have, even memory helping with that processing. So we've literally done that. And I will say this, pretty much every computer that's here, from Apple to Windows, really is going to exceed what most of the schoolings around campus say are needed. So you will be set and good to go with any purchase that you may make from us. Like I said, we know specifically what our recommendations. And so we're open to answering those questions if, hey, this will work, if this won't. And so we know. We also, as I stated, we carry a different line of accessories. So we have everything from headphones. Oh, I need a USB-C cable. Sure, we got you. Oh, I need a brick for charging. So we carry a large line of Apple accessories and then also different brands of accessories. All thing I'm literally looking at them now, from Data Scan in Kingston, USB-C data sticks to different mice, different headphones also too. So we carry a variety of accessories. And then one of our main things that we are very proud of is our service department. And so that's in store. And the cool thing about that, you don't have to make an appointment to come in. As long as it's during normal business hours, you can come. We can take a look at what you may have. Now, if our technician has to look at it and we have to have it checked in and it's different things of that nature, sometimes depending on where you're stationed, because we do have another equipment services location. And so he's there and he's here. And so sometimes we may say, hey, he's going to look at this tomorrow because he's at our other location. But regardless, it's an in-house technician that, again, we're all central IT. So he's an IT person that works for the university and not somebody outside that we call. And so all of that we have housed right here in the store. And we keep good communication with everyone and how we talk, how we work, how we know what's going on with different services and or different sales. I'm assistant manager, so I get to see pretty much everything floor related, talk with customers, answer any questions or needs that you may have, and consistently trying to work to make sure that we're offering the best product that we can, again, while you're here as a student, faculty, staff of that nature. I can show you just a little bit of what the store looks like. I'll try to do it so it doesn't make everybody, it doesn't jump around. But this right behind me over our shoulder, that's actually kind of our Dell wall that has a lot of our Dell products around the edge of the wall. Here's kind of some of our accessories. That's just one little rack, not a major rack. Now, our major accessory wall will be the one that's right behind me now here. That's going to have all of our accessories and everything in it. And again, like I said, we carry a lot of different accessories. And then our Apple table that we have is now right behind me. And so that's going to have all of our laptops that you may see, iPads on the far side, watches on the far side. And so, yes, we do carry watches. And like I stated, we are literally right on that. Right there is the actual food court where once you grab the food, you would sit and eat. And so that's how close we are to you. And like I said, as long as our doors are open, we're open for service Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And then the last thing that we have is our service department, which is right there. And that's Joseph sitting right there. He's one of our students, but also one of our assistants with doing some of our technical work and looking at computers when they first come in and get checked in. So everything within the store, we're all right here in one good space. Like I said, you don't have to try to find different locations or things to go to. As far as when you want to come to Tech Connect, we're right here in the Hill Center and available Monday through Friday. We have a phone number you can contact us on. We also have email address, so you can email us at any given time. It may be the next day if it's after hours before we reply to you. As far as purchasing too, you can go to our website and you can purchase from there. Most of our computers you can see and compare. And then if you have questions, again, you can give us a call about it. And so that's kind of what the story is as far as all the technical of what we're able to offer and how we try to help students and make sure that they're set up for success in any way possible that they may need, or if it's questions, then yes, we could. I think there's maybe a question in the chat. Oh, no, okay. And so Carmen just put up our website that's there. And so it's very simple, uab.edu/Tech Connect. And so that's where all of our services are, all of our recommended systems, where you can look at our Apple products, Dell products. There's a tab on there that literally says shop by major. And so I'd recommend going there because then you can pull up your school or wherever you are, whatever schooling it may be. And then it's going to show you some of the recommendations, and it will even show some of the computers under that recommendation. Like I stated, most of what we have is going to be well exceeding what most schools have recommended or advised or said, hey, this is what will work. And so that's kind of the store, what we're here for. Didn't know if anyone had any questions or anything. Just trying to see.
We are also,
Oh, yeah.
so at this time, thank you, Anthony, and that was a
Mhm.
wonderful tour of the whole area and what you have. And so this is something, families, that your students need to learn about, and they know, most of them who have been here, when you come to orientation, you will see Tech Connect on your left, right next to the buffet tables and next
Yep.
to the off-campus student lounge. So you can come in and visit. You can also look at the website, which we just posted on the chat, and it'll give you an idea of all the services they have, everything, all the accessories, all the different services, software needs that you can inquire about. And then if you have any questions at this time, you're invited to put them into the Q&A section here on Zoom, or I'm actually looking down to Facebook because we're also live streaming right now. And so as we wait for questions to come in, I just also want to remind you all of our webinars are available for viewing and reviewing on Facebook, and then they will be available on our website, uab.edu/families, under the communications tab, under 2026 webinars. And so you can go back and review them, share them with your student, and that will also give you an idea and help you answer questions. So speaking of questions, I don't see any questions right now. But I like the fact that you said one of your purposes, or one of the purposes of Tech Connect, is to make IT hassle-free, because there's nothing like panicking if students on campus and the computer,
Yep.
something's not working, or they realize they
Mhm.
need something, their headphones have gone missing. So everything is
Yep.
nearby. If they're on campus, they just can come over during office business hours and get what they
Mhm.
need. And so this is an accessible area location that's on campus, on the Hill Student Center, for your students to make sure they can use any of or complete any of their needs.
Mhm.
Again, I have a great comment. Tech Connect is
Mhm.
awesome.
Mhm.
This family member said their student's laptop screen cracked, and Tech Connect helped the student the same day. The screen had
Yep.
frozen also,
Mhm.
and so excellent service. So thank you so much for that great
Thank you.
comment and for
Yeah.
helping students that
Thank you.
way. Because in a
Yeah.
moment of panic, students will call
Oh,
home, and from
it,
home,
it
there's there's very
there's
little parents
yes,
can do or families can
and
do. But
the
yeah,
main time when things happen, a lot of times, finals. That's
yes,
when things start to go haywire and something broke or I dropped this or I don't know why I won't start. And so
right,
we see a big influx
yeah,
during finals and obviously like the first week of school.
yes,
There's a lot of IT questions and we expect that. And especially if it's first time on campus, getting things set up, even second time on campus when you start in the next semester. So generally, there are a lot of high volume those first couple of weeks when classes and school starts, and some panic set in because yes, we have seen it won't turn on, and I've got a final in 2 hours, and I
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, and so we have seen it all. And there are other options too, because sometimes we know it may be something. And every computer is an exploratory of trying to figure out what may be going on based on previous information or how it was running. But we also know that around the campus too, there are different labs. There are different stations you can go from in the library where there are some computers also too. So that does exist even in the time of panic. There does exist ways that you are still able to use computers or technology, because face it, that's what you're using for school. It's how you're taking tests, things of that nature. Uh, and with that in mind, a little small tidbit, just on that same thing. Um, Chromebooks are not a recommendation. And one of those reasons is the test taking. So there's a browser called Respondus Lockdown Browser, and you will, for a fact, use that browser when you go to take tests. That is the standard for most classes and most schoolings all around. And it doesn't accurately function, and in some cases, function at all on Chromebooks. And so that's why if you look at our recommended systems page, some of them may literally list Chromebook, no, and it may not even list Chromebook. And so just a little information piece about that. The next question in that same vein is, well, I got an iPad, so I'm good. So let me really clear this one up as best as I can, because I'll make a statement. Somebody said, well, no, it works. Does Respondus work on your iPad? Excuse me. Does the Respondus app work on my iPad? Yes, it does. It will 100% work and function. However, here's the reason why iPads aren't a recommendation to use that test taking browser, because per test and per class, your instructor has to approve you using that. Again, not just the first day of class and you're good for every test. Per test and per class. So that's why, as great as iPads are, we sell a lot of iPads, and they are 100% useful tools for taking notes, highlighting. We recommend them. The only thing about them is for test taking, they aren't the major recommendation just because of what you have to go through to get the browser okay. Again, it's not that it doesn't work, it's just to get it okay. And as far as people who are Apple people and Mac people, we see both. We see students with MacBooks. We see students with iPads. So just a little knowledge on thinking I'm okay because I have an iPad. You are okay, but there's going to be a limit when it comes to that. So just a little additional information that we just know from time spent how things have worked out and what does work. Like I said, we try to work real closely with all of the schools to make sure you're going to be set up. Um, and I try to think of the little things. Wireless printing, and I will say this in your dorm, if you're on campus, wireless printing has not been available, meaning you got to connect that printer. And that has to do with so many Wi-Fi connections for every printer. And so it never was something available. The department I worked for, Central IT, we used to control Wi-Fi in the dorms. Now it's controlled by a different company. And that, as we know, has still never changed. So I would double check that, make sure you should be able to call a RA or front desk and just say, hey, can I use wireless printing? And I hope they would know, or they may give you the number to IT for Wi-Fi in the dorms. It's a total different number. It's not the same Ask IT number. It's a completely different number. And so they would be able to answer that question. As a matter of fact, I can get that and give it to everyone. but
So
just
I'm about
little pieces
to
of information.
this is very helpful. I'm about to put the number for Ask
Mhm.
IT also.
Oh, that's what I was just
So
about to do.
yeah,
So
you've got
that's
so
that's
yeah,
the
this is
Ask IT who can help with UAB UAB Secure. I know everybody's going to want to know what's the Wi-Fi. UAB Secure is the main Wi-Fi that you would be using around campus. That's what Ask IT can help you with if you're having trouble with that Blaze ID. In the dorms, complete different Wi-Fi that is controlled by not Apogee. Find it because we have it.
yeah. And while you find that information, we this is very important because of the fact with the what you said about Chromebooks and iPads, sometimes we don't know. Students don't think about that, and this is their first experience in college. So something to keep in mind. And if you have any questions, the number for Tech Connect is on the chat. So feel free to reach out to them. Their email address is there too. While you look for that provider for the Wi-Fi in the residence halls, what are the acceptable forms of payment in the store?
So in the store, we accept everything from credit cards, all major credit cards, Visa cards, gift cards, everything of that nature, debit cards, everything. We also accept laser bucks. Now, there's three different, what we know, three different forms of payment: laser bucks, Dragon Cash, and dining dollars. For us, we can only accept Blazer Bucks, and we get a lot of students they use Blazer Bucks, coming to purchase everything from iPads, watches, headphones, different things of that nature, and even computers. So we accept Blazer Bucks again, along with all major credit cards, debit cards, different things of that nature. Only thing in store that we don't take is cash. Um, our online store doesn't take Blazer Bucks. It only does major credit cards, and electronic payment methods, not Blazer Bucks. So that's the only thing with that. So
Great, thank you. And another great question is, so can students can bring their own laptop to campus?
correct. Mhm.
Now
So
it does need, go ahead.
if you already have an existing computer, an existing device, we can, first off, yes, you can bring it to the university. That's completely, if you've already gone out and purchased one, hey, everything's fine. You're okay. Um, as far as, my keys popped off and I need help getting to work. Sure, bring to the store. And what we do is, we have, for small fees, $40. We want to run a diagnostic on the machine. And there's little things that can vary. You come in and say it's glitching. It may be a simple restart. That's 2 minutes. You're back out the door. If it's my keys popped off or they aren't functioning properly, the computer's glitching, different things of that nature. So our technician needs to run a diagnostic on it. And for that, we check it in. It's a $40 fee for that to see, hey, what's going on completely with the computer. We need to see, so we know the best route moving forward of what's next as far as getting it fixed, getting it set up properly, what may have caused it so that it doesn't come up again. So different things of that nature as far as when you get into it, we can. But yes, we can do service on it. We do have a certain line of vendors that we're only able to order parts from. So I will say that. And so when it comes down to parts, our technician is going to give you the best option, best answers. But also, too, sometimes we can look at it and say, okay, we can look at it and we can tell you what may be best to fix it, but we aren't able to get parts for it. And that's completely due to vendors that UAB has, not us as a store, but vendors that are already currently set up. So it's not that we don't want to fix it; it's just ability to get the parts if it comes to a parts situation.
Students
Wait,
can,
you already, okay,
yeah,
never mind, you put it in
yeah.
there.
So students can basically, if they have an issue, bring it, have it checked. If they need parts because of different situations, would you be able to recommend where to take it, or kind of give an idea? Not maybe recommend, but give an idea to the student where they could take it
Where
to?
could go? Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So as far as that, sometimes we look at them and we automatically know. Yes, this one it's one that we definitely can't get parts for. I mean, honestly, if you walk in with a cracked screen for I'm trying to think of one that we don't. It's kind of tough to think of one that we don't service sometimes. But if you walk in with a cracked screen and it's a device and a laptop that we know we cannot get parts for it, we don't even almost have to go any further. Now, if you say, I just want to know if I can get the information off of it, okay, then sure, we can check it in and see if the hard drive is accessible. Sure. But if it's a device that we know visibly we see the screen is cracked, there's lines running through it, it fires up, and so I want to get it fixed, and we know, we'll let you know. First off, there's no need in paying us to tell you it's the screen is the issue, but we can't fix it due to part regulations and availability for us. In that case, most of the time we're going to recommend Best Buy to you. They're going to be probably the next most reliable. So we like to think we're the most reliable, but they're going to be the next most reliable. They aren't on campus anywhere. So that's the thing. You do have to go. There's two locations, and honestly, both locations are kind of about the same distance away, to be honest with you. So I could tell you where to go. But yes, one's in Hoover, one's in an area called 280. And realistically about the same distance to tell you the truth. So like I said, again, just reputation and service and support. We recommend them. It's not anything. We aren't tied to Best Buy as a second reseller of services or anything. It's just kind of a personal. At one point, maybe all of us have dealt with them and say, "Hey, they're going to be the next best one." We don't always recommend a mom and pop shop in the back of somebody's trunk because that's a bad idea. That just nothing generally good comes from that. You may get into paying more than what you need to, and it still may never get fixed. And that's not to say people don't know what they're doing all the time, but you only want to go one time to have this repair. And so we want to try to make sure that if it's not us, who's going to do it to the best of what we would recommend. So,
But the wonderful thing of everything that we've said is that you all can take a look at it and look
yeah,
at the
bring it.
device and then guide your
Yeah.
student and answer questions.
Yes.
We're
Bring it.
coming towards the
Yep.
end of the webinar, but again, families,
Mhm.
if you have any other questions, either here through Zoom, you can put them in the Q&A section or on Facebook in the comment section. I know, and I wanted to come to this because I know students are ready to be buying supplies and other items. You sometimes offer different devices or different campaigns or discounts on
Yeah.
devices.
Yeah. Definitely.
So do you have any coming up? And
Yeah. I
just to
can
let
let you know
families
that.
know, we will post them on the Family Hub.
Yeah.
So,
We'll put them
but
up.
if you
Yeah.
have any,
So right before I said that, I put the number there for Apogee is who does the Wi-Fi in the dorms. That's who that is. So Carmen put some the housing information about how you get to it. That's the actual hotline number for the help desk line number. So now, as far as different specialties and sales and things that we do even right now. So with our Dell products, you get $100 rebate back on those. It's mailed to you. It's a gift card. So it's not a Dell card, so you don't have to buy from Dell. You actually get $100 gift card back to use as you please. Our Apple products, we actually have educational pricing on them already. So they range anywhere from about 100 upwards of $300 off what is regular store price. We're waiting to see, and everybody asks about this one, and they're a little worried if it will happen or not. Apple sometimes generally runs a back to school promo, which does include some different products once you purchase a laptop or once you purchase an iPad. That has not come across our desk yet. No, unfortunately, I don't know when it will, or if it will happen at all this year. We have no input to that. And we honestly, here's the bad part about it is I can't tell you, hey, in 3 weeks it's going to happen. I can tell you that at 6 p.m. on some day, they will say, hey, this starts tomorrow. and then we have to scramble to put up that information on our website and our store. And so it's a chaotic mess when Apple drops some of their school promos because it's an instant thing for the following business day and we have to get stuff changed. Again, unfortunately, I don't know any insight or any new new thing to it. Some people think because you're an Apple on campus store, hey, what do you know? What do you know? I know exactly what you know. The same exact thing. When is this product coming out? What's coming out new? I tell you what, when we watch the Apple announcement, that's when I'll know. And when we're watching it together. So that's kind of the only thing with Apple. Love them. I've used both Apple and Windows 100%. I like them both. I'm not partial either way. Right now, I'm on a MacBook Air talking with everybody. But I've used both and I like them both. They're both great products. And we try to have really good sales. Sometimes our Apple demo products, we have them on sale because we have to replace them. And sometimes you can get really great buys. We put them also on our website. We've got a couple of 14 MacBook Pros over there that somebody will get a really good deal based on what those are priced at right now. And again, all they did was sit on this little table right there and just do that all day. And so they're great products when you look at them. We do that with our Dell products also too. And sometimes it has just to do with the refresh. Dell may change the color. Mac may do the same or may change a little spec inside. So that's kind of how we have as far as our different sales and different things. There's a few accessories from Apple that do run sometimes a sale. Unfortunately, it is not headphones. And so I know I want AirPods. How much are they? The same. They cost the same as they do. So we are with Apple. We are at their what they set their rider and their promos at, and even their sale prices of products. So
This has all been great information. And just to remind everybody, once they, if Tech Connect lets us know when something hits, a good sale or promotion, we will put it on the Family Hub and we will let you know so that you can access and have that information as soon as it becomes available to all of us. So that's why it's important to keep connected and keep checking the Family Hub and any emails that come your way. Speaking of the Family Hub and speaking of our website, remember that you can watch this and all the other webinars that we've already had on our Facebook page. They're recorded and they stay on Facebook for about a month before they get removed from Facebook. But then the recording with captions is on our website, uab.edu/families, under the communications tab under 2026 webinars. So you can go back and review them. And then if you have additional questions, the contact information is usually on the presentation, or we shared it with you through the chat. And if everything else fails, you can send us an email at families@uab.edu, and we will channel those questions through the appropriate departments and offices. So I am not seeing any more questions, but at this time, we just want to thank everybody for joining us. Remind you that we have another webinar coming up in about 30 minutes. So campus dining is going to tell us all about eating on campus and food and making sure your student enjoys their meals and stays well nourished. Anthony, any last minute thoughts before we go? Anything, any tips?
I'm putting, just almost forgot it. I'm putting that's our email address. So if ever you want to email something out, generally it's myself or our manager or our technician who we operate that mailbox. So it's not somebody, it's not a robot that's replying back. It is a general human being that is actually replying back to you with answers. And so feel free to use that. That's a great resource because, like I said, even after hours, we're able to see, hey, somebody had a question. May not be until first thing in the morning when we reply to it, but at least we know there was some inquiring about it. One thing I will say, because we are central IT, we don't run school hours. So when school is out, we're here. So we run regular 9 to 5. Only time we are closed is during the holidays, when the university may actually be closed, or if the Hill Center itself is closed. But for us, we're Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Like I said, we don't run seasonal hours based on school. So like we're open now, and we will be open every day this week. It's not a holiday anywhere. Yeah, we will be open every day this week. So good thing about us, even when school is out, we're still here. So we're still here. If you need some service, if you need some help or assistance, our help desk, same thing. They're always open. They're always open during business hours. They're open on Saturdays and Sundays also too. We aren't open on Saturday and Sunday. There's a couple of days during the year for some orientations and maybe especially that sometimes we are, but for the most part, we're Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 year round.
But having that, to take note, techconnect@uab.edu in case you ever have any questions. The emails are checked by real humans and responded to by real humans, and so that's comforting. So we want to thank everybody for joining us. Again, we have our next webinar in about 24 minutes, and so take a break. If you can join us, come back. If not, the webinar again will be live streamed on Facebook. It will be recorded and stay on Facebook. And then we will upload it to our website, uab.edu/families, with captions for viewing and future viewing and reviewing. So thank you, Anthony, for being with us. And we wish everybody a great lunch break. And if you're going to come back and join us, get ready. And we will be back on at 12. Have a great day. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.